Hey guys, what's going on? James here, and in this video today, we're going to be talking about a rumor, a discussion that has been going around a couple of media circles lately, which talks about the idea of the New England Patriots pursuing a trade for Bucs wide receiver Chris Godwin. The Patriots are in need of a number one wide receiver, and Chris Godwin would certainly fit the bill. But would a trade like this possibly happen? Well, you guys see the top article here from Pewter Report, our friends over there. It's unlikely, according to the guys over there, and I tend to agree with that. But I do still want to break this down and talk about why that wouldn't be the case going forward. But before we do that, I want to mention as to some of the reasons people may even be having these rumors in the first place be out there, or these discussions in the first place out there. Because heck, I even talked about a trade scenario regarding Chris Godwin during the NFL draft where they would do a Godwin for Matt Judon potential trade, literally to the Patriots. I talked about this before the rumor had actually started, so I don't know, maybe I'm a trendsetter. I have no idea, but whenever you look at Chris Godwin, he is 28 years old, will be 28 years old this upcoming season. He is on the last year of his deal that is going to be paying him $27 million, or at least that's what his cap hit is going to be. Now, there is a potential out, is what it said in this contract, where you could move on from Godwin and save some money in the long run. And obviously Godwin expected to be an unrestricted free agent this upcoming offseason. It's led a lot of people to speculate, well, why not just move on from the guy, get what you can for him, besides just letting him walk in free agency, which may very well be a genuine possibility going forward for the former third round draft pick. The Bucs have spent so much money this offseason keeping a good core of pieces together, and that includes guys like Mike Evans, Levante David, Antoine Winfield Jr., eventually Tristan Wirfs, Baker Mayfield in that mix also, as well as a few other guys in that mix. I've said it before, I'll say it again, you can't pay everybody, right? And the Bucs have had the luxury of having Chris Godwin and Mike Evans together for many, many years now, over half of a decade at this point. And that just can't be sustainable. You can't pay all these different types of players, cornerstone pieces for your team, and continue to pay other guys the same amount, if not more in some cases. You can't pay Mike Evans and Chris Godwin $19+ million forever, right? Because you've got to allocate some of those resources to other places, which the Bucs have been doing this offseason. So that's one reason, right? But aside from that, and besides the Patriots having a genuine need for a number one wide receiver, it's kind of where the reasonings end. I mean, yes, Chris Godwin was, let's just say, unhappy, or there was that bit of drama that had happened with Chris Godwin and his wife and them not being happy with his role in the Bucs offense, like in the middle of last season. But it seems like that situation is so far from a lot of people's minds, especially whenever you consider Chris Godwin still finished with 1,000 receiving yards, his third straight season of 1,000 yards, his fourth season of 1,000 receiving yards in the past 5 seasons. No, he did only have 2 receiving touchdowns, which is the second lowest of his career, but I think going forward, Godwin's still going to get a lot of playing time, man, and he's still going to be a top wide receiver in this league. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. And if you don't have to trade the guy, why do it, is kind of my question. You can keep Godwin on this deal, still try and be competitive, still try and compete, which the Bucs want to do that, and just go from there. And look, if you don't re-sign him, it is what it is. You can't trade every good player that you have on your team just because they have an expiring deal eventually. If that was the case, no team would ever have any good players ever, right? And good teams, just eventually lose guys in free agency. It's what ends up happening. Guys get overpaid to go to maybe lesser teams in free agency, and then the cycle just continues. Some people may say, well, the Bucs, drafted Jalen McMillan and they have Trey Palmer there as well. I think neither one of those guys at this point, heck, I would even say those guys combined don't give you the production right now that Chris Godwin is going to give you this upcoming season. If the Patriots were to offer some crazy deal like a first round pick, or heck, maybe even like a third round pick and Matt Judon, just a deal that you really can't refuse, then yes, I think you would have to take that. I don't see anybody offering that, not because Chris Godwin's bad, but because that's a lot to trade for anybody. And you just don't see trades like that happen very often in the NFL. So it's kind of my thoughts on a potential Chris Godwin trade, not just to the Patriots, but really to any team. I would love to hear your guys' thoughts and opinions about this topic down in the comments section below. Let me know what you guys think. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope y'all enjoyed. And as always, guys, I'll see you all in the next video or the next live stream. But until then, and as always, guys, goodbye for now. Go Bucs.